my view, ladies and gentlemen, is that there is this, the ex-Deep State of America, George Soros, Muhammad Yunus, Rahul Gandhi ecosystem. Every time I talk about it, what happens is that, General Bakshi, they say you're making things up, but I'm not making this video up. Look at Rahul Gandhi looking lovingly at Muhammad Yunus, and look at Muhammad Yunus looking lovingly at Rahul Gandhi, and a lot of love between them. Then look at Soros looking lovingly at Muhammad Yunus, and Muhammad Yunus looking lovingly at Alex Soros, and you would almost think it is one big family. It's one big family. It's also one ecosystem. They're coming to help each other because they know the chips are down. The out of power people hate them. But they've got to keep a way of staying alive. And so they're coming in, and now their whole deal is, in my view, let's support each other. Otherwise, we'll all die. Let's come together, we'll all die. Salahuddin Shoaib Chaudhry, editor of The Blitz in Dhaka, what is your take on this meeting between Soros and Yunus, and what does it reveal?
Thank you very much, Arnabji. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you that what you have said months before, now we are seeing. And you deserve congratulations actually from us, because what Arnab Dasari says today, others say weeks, months, even years later. Now this meeting, before this meeting, when Donald Trump cut aid to Bangladesh, Stacey and Jacobson, Biden's acting ambassador to Bangladesh, she met Muhammad Yunus. Subsequently, she held a meeting with Jamaat-e-Islami and also with the Islamic Jatiyo Party leader G.M. Kadir and others. And then we saw suddenly Alex Soros appearing in Dhaka, and to Alex Soros, Trump, Muhammad Yunus requests him to help him in recovering the stolen fund or money that has been taken out from Bangladesh to U.S. by Sheikh Hasina. And also he terms Bangladesh economy as war-torn economy. Where is the war? When did any war take place in Bangladesh? And who is Alex Soros to help Bangladesh in recovering any so-called money that smuggled out of this country? So this is actually, in my personal opinion, this is Muhammad Yunus, who is leading the gang of jihadis and Islamists and caliphate mongers. This is his direct jihad against President Donald Trump. And this is, through this, he has completely defied, rejected Trump's presidency. And this also shows that how Soros and Yunus and Pakistani ISI and other elements, they are united in destabilizing India, destabilizing this region, and turning Bangladesh into their permanent headquarters of spreading anarchy, spreading terrorism, and doing all sorts of criminal activities. In my opinion, this is only the final episode of Yunus, where he has already proved. And once again, I would like to salute you, Arnabji, for your definitely and expose that you did. And now people should know that what Arnab says, these are all backed by facts. And you know this Yunus fellow. Enormous congratulations.
Thank you. This Yunus chap, he's a weak person. He's also totally opportunistic. He's the kind of weak person to keep his job or to get money or get his next job, will be on any side. He's also shameless and spineless because, after Trump got elected, he put out a tweet, Dr. Jahidul Bari, that Trump is the next messiah. He always felt Trump could have been a messiah. So he's what we in Hindi call chaplus, a chamcha, a spineless kind of vacillating, invertebrate person who does not even respect the country of which he holds citizenship. Now, Dr. Jahidul Bari, he says Trump is a messiah, and now he is seeking help from Alex Soros because Trump has stopped aid. I've always felt that he's an agent of Soros and the deep state, but now it's out in the open. You must be feeling so foolish. The people of Bangladesh who have supported Yunus must be feeling so foolish now that his real colors are out.
No, not like that, and nothing to be foolish and nothing to think about.
Is he not a Soros agent?
That because
Salahuddin also.
no, he is not. He is not a Soros agent. He is just inviting Soros to invest Bangladesh and to make Bangladesh economy more enriched. Because Hasina and her regime has looted everything. And they destroyed the economic structure of Bangladesh, and Dr. Yunus is going to rebuild the economic structure of Bangladesh, and he is very, very ambitious to make Bangladesh ahead and to get Bangladesh into a long-term good relationship with U.S. So definitely
You want good relationship with U.S. by being on the payrolls of Soros?
Yes, Soros, because they have intention to invest in Bangladesh, and they have intention to be part of the development procedure of Bangladesh. So why not? He will be invited. Yes, he must be invited, and he got the invitation. And Dr. Yunus is trying to rebuild Bangladesh, to building Bangladeshi economy better, and to unite all the Bangladeshi people to make Bangladesh ahead.
You can continue to fool yourself, but General Bakshi and then Fuad Halim, we must watch what's happening in Bangladesh very closely right now because it is in the open, General Bakshi. You see, it's in the open. George Soros, Rahul Gandhi, Muhammad Yunus, and now this ISI club all have connections, and the common link to the ISI, Rahul Gandhi and George Soros is Muhammad Yunus. So Muhammad Yunus is a plant in Bangladesh. But now the American ecosystem wanted to do the same thing in India, General Bakshi, using Rahul Gandhi, using Rahul Gandhi's leftist supporters. They wanted to create mayhem in India. When I said it, then I was told by the Congress, the left, you're making up things against our leaders, but look at the videos, look at the connections today. None of them have the guts to question what I said then. They're embarrassed, they don't know where to look. Because Muhammad Yunus is not leaving nothing to chance. He's leaving nothing to anyone's guess. He's made it obvious out there. He's saying to the world, I am a Soros agent. And you know the connections between Rahul Gandhi, Soros and Muhammad Yunus. I think the connection is very clear right now. Rahul Gandhi must explain to the country right now what he was intending to do in India. General Bakshi.
Arnab, the connection is as clear as daylight. What we have witnessed in Bangladesh is the murder, the slaughter of democracy, scripted by Victoria Nuland, Donald Lu, funded by George Soros and his infamous son. Donald Trump is talking of combating the deep state, dismantling the deep state in America. This is a precise example. Donald Trump, as the duly sworn-in President of the United States, cuts off all aid to Bangladesh. And the deep state, look at the contraindication. The deep state flies in George Soros' son to confabulate with this usurper, Muhammad Yunus, and tell him, here is the money, boss, we will feed you. This is what Donald Trump is trying to dismantle. The deep state that is working now at cross purpose with what the new dispensation in Washington wants. This Muhammad Yunus, he gave $600,000 to fund the campaign of Hillary Clinton. From where did he get the money, Arnab? From the Grameen Bank, which was supposed to do microfinancing for the poor people of rural Bangladesh. Instead of America sending money to the rural people of Bangladesh, here is, this Muhammad Yunus usurper who, steals money from that bank to fund the election campaign of Hillary Clinton against who, Arnab? Donald Trump. Don't miss the connection. And the deep state is coming out to Muhammad Yunus's aid. They scripted the murder of democracy in our neighborhood. Arnab, it was a trailer for us to watch. How the Maidan coup can be engineered not only in Ukraine but in Dhaka. How Arab Springs can be engineered not only in Algeria, Tunisia and Egypt, but in South Asia, to start with in Bangladesh. What is the locus standi of Muhammad Yunus? He was parachuted from Washington because he had sucked up to the democratic establishment. He had stolen money from the Grameen Bank to fund the election campaign of Hillary Clinton. There is a third world country trying to pump money into the United States, if you please. And for services rendered, what do you get, sir? They create a coup in Bangladesh. They overthrow a legitimately elected government, right? Democratically elected government. And they send in this usurper, Muhammad Yunus. He has no locus standi. He has no right to be in charge in Dhaka. He is an agent of the deep state. What we have seen in Bangladesh is a trailer that the deep state wants to replicate in India.
That is my point. I am concerned. See, I'm concerned about what's happening in Bangladesh. But now, my question is to Fuad and to Lokesh and everyone who said my deep state theory is wrong. You see, Fuad, my deep state theory is 1000% correct. The connections are there and everyone has got to see it. At that time, many people, including you, including Lokesh and others, said, this is my speculation. But there's nothing left to speculate about now, Fuad. Soros and Yunus are one. Rahul Gandhi and Soros are one. And Rahul Gandhi and left parties are one. So this is same ecosystem that is fueling these groups. It is a terrible thing because it's going to make you very unpopular. But the common link here is America, or rather one part of the American establishment which has now been voted out. Fuad.
Yeah. Well, the first thing that comes across from this entire what you call situation is the real fact that international finance capital enters into countries and they influence their countries so that they can enter and create greater profit environments for themselves. So I am fully with you on and everybody on the page that international finance capital, big houses, whether they reside in the same country or they try to influence other countries, that's the behavior that they are part of.
Yeah.
The second part is that when international finance capital, which is broken up into huge, what you call humongous, what you call groups, George Soros being one, Adani being the other, and the other groups being such Blackstone and other funds, they are moving around the world, they are predatory capital, they have contradictions among themselves. And when these contradictions play themselves out, one would like to reduce this contradiction to within a national boundary, which I think so is not the correct way to approach it. The correct way to approach it is that you've got Adani, which had a very good relationship with Bangladesh. He was selling electricity at 5 rupees plus Dhaka to them. There was a change of regime, and now another group of international capitalists want to enter Bangladesh, and they are creating their bridges. They are
but you support Soros. You quoted. So you pretty much take him at face value. He supports you as well.
They are. No. You please. Nobody supports, international finance capitalists do not support communists. So get that very clear on the table.
No, but that is, you're not that kind of communist party anymore. You are not, you are a very pro-capitalist communist party that works with capitalist forces. And you, no, the intention, you see, you believe that the end result justifies the means, etc.
You are running away from your own agenda.
No, I'm asking you,
Arnab,
do you
don't
believe what
your
Soros
agenda.
says?
Please come back to George
Do you believe what
Soros,
Soros
which is
says?
representative
Do you
of
believe what
international
Soros
finance
says when he
capital
says
of one
Narendra
sector,
Modi must
which
be
is
stopped?
Do
you believe what Soros says? Soros speaks the same language about our country that you do.
To occupy opportunities that the new government in Bangladesh are going to make for them to exploit. And one has to keep in mind that as Soros and other international finance capital representatives try to enter into Bangladesh to create an environment where they can exploit, the groups that are already in Bangladesh and exploiting them are going to have contradictions. And these two groups, three groups, four groups are going to fight it out.
Are you comfortable with the close connection between Rahul Gandhi, the question you're desperately trying to avoid, the Rahul Gandhi and the India Alliance speak the same language as Soros on our national politics, and I think you're uncomfortable about the comparison, but these same international finance groups like Soros actually support you.
You do not want to speak about the Adani-Soros contradiction, which is the crux of the matter that we are discussing today. India's what you call participation in this.
Soros and Hindenburg spoke the same line, Fuad. I think you're confused.
Adani
and you use the Soros Hindenburg report. But you use the Soros Hindenburg report. You said the Soros, you said the Soros Hindenburg report is the last word. Then you were obviously wrong then, or you're wrong now. I mean, did you not take the Soros Hindenburg report at face value?
Don't hallucinate.
Did you not support the Soros Hindenburg report?
Concrete figures.
Did you not support the Soros Hindenburg report?
The ground is that Adani was selling electricity at almost 15 taka per unit. More than 5 takas he was charging as compared to other suppliers to Bangladesh.
Why are you concerned about the Bangladeshi economy more than our own?
2,000 megawatts, which has been reduced to 1,000 megawatts. He still continues to supply electricity. One has to keep in mind that Adani has not stopped supplying electricity to Bangladesh.
Savio, Fuad is making a brave attempt to avoid the subject.
Half of what he was promised in terms of supply.
No, it's
now
Arnab, it's unfortunate that the leaders of the opposition do not understand.
Savio.
So let's speak the hard facts.
So, Fard, allow me 2 minutes. Fard, listen to me. George Soros is an economic terrorist. Muhammad Yunus is somebody who's acting like a sheep, but is actually a wolf in sheep clothing. The most worrying aspect of this entire thing is his meeting with ISI that happened a couple of days ago. Now, Pakistan's ISI wants to turn Bangladesh from a democracy to an Islamic nation. And that is exactly what George Soros wants to fund. He wants to fund anarchy. Look at the funding that George Soros has given Islamic radicals around the world. He wants to turn Bangladesh into an Islamic radicalized nation so that it could trouble India. Muhammad Yunus is only going to last for 6 months. After that, it's the Pakistani army that's going to take over and ensure that the military in Bangladesh plays a more active role. That's the reality on the ground.
And there is a brewing conspiracy, bless you. You see the point is, that point is in the Indian context. You'll ask me, viewers, why are you looking at the meeting between George Soros' son and Yunus so closely? Because, as I have always told you, we must watch out. There is a brewing and dangerous conspiracy to do the same thing in India. Remember the words of Rahul Gandhi a few days back. He said, I'm fighting India. I'm fighting the nation. I'm fighting the Indian state. This is what George Soros wants Rahul Gandhi to do. Remember what the Congress leaders said. They said, we will create a Bangladesh-like situation in India. And in India, a Bangladesh-like situation can happen here. Remember what Manoj Jha said when he hailed Shaheen Bagh, calling upon Indian Muslims to come out on the roads. Remember what Congress leader Sajjan Singh Verma said when he threatened Prime Minister Modi with the fate of Sheikh Hasina. Remember, Lokesh, the very conspiratorial and controversial meeting between Rahul Gandhi and Donald Lu, the leading figure associated with orchestrating regime change operations in post-Soviet states. And I'm not speculating anything. Remember the meeting between Rahul Gandhi and the very fanatic, dangerous Islamist Ilhan Omar. Remember, Rahul Gandhi says India is not a nation, it's a union of states. And now keep all of this in context with the fact that the language that Rahul Gandhi speaks is ditto that of Yunus, which is ditto that of Soros. You cannot deny it anymore. I'm connecting the dots, Lokesh. Attempt by Fuad to make this into a finance story has failed. Ladies and gentlemen, Lokesh.
On 24th of August 2024, our Prime Minister had congratulated Muhammad Yunus
Taliban was
for
supported
becoming
by
the Prime Minister.
by US financing against the communists. Hamas was supported by Israel. One has to keep in mind, Hamas was funded by Israel, by the Israeli hierarchy against the left in Palestine.
But you support the Hamas now. You are supporting the Hamas. You are the supporter of the Hamas. Are you not a Hamas supporter?
The right wing.
Are you not a Hamas supporter? But you're a Hamas supporter.
George Soros is
But you are a Hamas supporter, Fuad. If you are not, then I challenge you to call the Hamas a terrorist organization. Say that the Hamas, say that the CPM considers Hamas a terrorist organization. Say so. Say the Hamas is a terrorist organization and the CPIM thinks so.
In my mind,
He'll avoid it now again.
He's
in a trap.
And he is supporting the right wing. I am not surprised, because that is the way international finance capital and predatory capital has moved around the world.
But is the Hamas a terrorist organization?
Taliban against the Soviet Union.
He won't. Now he'll pretend he cannot listen. When every moment and every word he can listen carefully. But he's really worried of taking my question.
In Bangladesh, it's just a link.
He's providing you covering fire. I'm coming back to you.
A humongous amount of
Lokesh, you're not getting covering fire from Fuad. Answer my question.
A few people. That's the way these people behave.
My answer is
got
straight,
Adani supporting the right wing here in India. You got Adani supporting the right
Fuad,
wing
you're
in
interrupting,
India.
so I'll take you off for a
that's
minute.
the way
1 second.
Huge capital
Lokesh,
behaves. It should not
Lokesh,
come
I
as
gave a string of
surprise
facts
to
out there about
you.
Rahul Gandhi. And
it's
why I
a
believe he's a
concrete
Soros
analysis,
puppet.
concrete.
Please respond to that.
Arnab, after the coup, we had the Prime Minister congratulating Muhammad Yunus for becoming the Prime Minister of Bangladesh.
Not Prime Minister, he's some kind of advisor. Please don't get your facts wrong.
The 24th of August 2000.
He's not Prime Minister.
No, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi
He's not the Prime Minister. There is no election in Bangladesh.
Sir, please get your facts right.
He's not the Prime Minister.
Our Prime Minister.
He's not the Prime Minister. You get your facts right.
You refer to
You got
Muhammad
your
Yunus.
facts right.
You
He's
refer
not
to
the Prime
Muhammad
Minister.
Yunus. You made the mistake. You're trying to
Sir,
clarify
Muhammad
now.
Yunus is not the
I
Prime
am
Minister.
referring to Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Now you are.
Who had congratulated Muhammad Yunus for becoming the president of Bangladesh.
Not the president. He's not even the president of Bangladesh.
So he's heading
even
the
the
state right
president.
now. Listen.
My
he's
God, your
heading the state
information,
right
man.
now.
At least do
Sir,
some studies
allow me
before
to
you come
complete,
on
allow me
TV.
to complete. Allow me to complete. If you allow me to speak,
Do
then I
some
can-
studies. He's merely an advisor. He is merely an advisor. Muhammad Yunus is an
Listen
advisor.
to me.
Muhammad Yunus is an advisor. First, correct yourself. Muhammad
You have had
Yunus
your
has
chance
no
to speak.
right to
Can I
take
speak?
decisions on Bangladesh. The people of Bangladesh have the right.
There are two anchors
Both
now.
the majorities
No,
and
one
the
minute.
minorities.
Lokesh.
Muhammad Yunus is a
Lokesh, see, after these
puppet.
visuals have come out, Lokesh, you guys were in denial. You said Yunus is not a Soros agent. He's an independent guy. Now you are clear after these visuals, Yunus is not an independent guy. Soros wants to carry out regime change in India. He's the man who sponsored the regime change in Bangladesh. These pictures
Arnab,
prove that. Yes.
Can I speak?
Yes.
Now, please do not interject. Now we had the Prime Minister congratulating Muhammad Yunus. So it's all clear that whatever we had to do, all forms of conspiracist theory, they would have made some sense if we would have taken some preemptive measure before the coup occurred. But now we see that the coup had occurred and there is a regime change in Bangladesh, and every nation, every institution is coming to terms with what happened in Bangladesh. The question is simple. with respect to India, with
There
respect
is
to
no
bilateral
one
relations
second.
with Bangladesh.
For a regime
Arnab,
change
would you
to
please
continue,
let
there
him?
has to be an election.
Would you please
There
moderate
has
the
to be an
debate?
election.
Now, what is the problem with
How
this
can you
person?
allow, how can you consider it
No,
to
sir,
be a
sir,
regime change
do you
when
lack
there is no
etiquette?
election?
Do you lack etiquette? What's the
There
problem
is
with
no
you?
election.
Can't
How
you
can
be
it
a
be
good
considered
listener?
to be a regime
Lokesh.
change? How can it
Arnab,
consider it to
this
be a
person
regime
is
change?
mannerless.
This is terrorism.
I cannot talk to idiots like this.
What happened? You can't answer. You don't know your facts.
Sir, do you
Don't know
even
your
know
facts.
how to debate? Once I'm done, you can ask your question.
What do you
Why are
mean by
interjecting?
regime change?
Why
A
are you
regime
interjecting?
change is when there is a
Why
new
are you
government.
Lokesh,
interjecting?
Lokesh,
A regime
Lokesh.
Why are you
change is when there is a
Lokesh,
government.
Lokesh, let me ask
There
you.
is no government
Let me
in
ask you one
Bangladesh.
minute. Let me ask you. Rahul Gandhi trying to do graphics on the right, wonderful graphics on Spotter. Rahul Gandhi was planning to be part of a conspiracy to carry out regime change in India with the help of people like George Soros. That is now clear because the Soros, Yunus, Rahul Gandhi link is out in the open. Lokesh.
So why
Yeah.
why isn't the UAPA Act being brought into effect?
Why isn't-
What is the NSA doing? What is the government doing? Why isn't the government acting? If there is even a small, if you have proved this theory right, if everything is out in the open, why isn't the state acting? I mean, it's something.
Because
a
it's been
criminal
nipped in
offense.
the bud. I think Rahul
No,
Gandhi was
absolutely.
expecting
No,
Kamala
that
Harris
means
to
the
become
state-
president and
that
then
means
take the help of the American deep state to carry out
you know
regime
what you
change
are
in
doing,
India.
Arnab, right now, it's very dangerous because what you are saying is there is ample proof with you. There is everything available on the table. The government is not acting. The government is in hand in glove with such a form of
PK
a
Basu now,
conspiracy.
okay, but let's put PK Basu also in, right? He takes a great macro view of things. PK, we have a big meeting, series of meetings happening between the Soros group and Muhammad Yunus right now. And we have videos of Rahul Gandhi interviewing Muhammad Yunus earlier. We have meetings between Rahul Gandhi and Donald Lu, Ilhan Omar, and members of the American deep state in the past. I'm saying the Yunus Rahul Soros connection is pretty much out in the open. Your take on this right now?
Well, I think it has always been known that Muhammad Yunus is a proxy for the old American deep state, which is about to face a very serious upheaval with the likely appointment of Kash Patel as FBI chief and Tulsi Gabbard as chief of the National Intelligence Agency. Both are facing hearings today. The deep state, the old deep state, is trying very hard to stop them because, the old deep state in the U.S. played a huge part in the coup that happened on the 5th of August last year in Bangladesh. It was a coup. Let's not beat about the bush because the simple fact is that Hasina is the elected prime minister of Bangladesh. She was ousted through regime change operations, and George Soros and his son played a big part in that. It's interesting that Alexander Soros is engaged to get married to Hillary Clinton's, what Hillary Clinton considers to be her second daughter, a Pakistani Huma Qureshi. So there is Huma Ahmedin rather, and what is interesting is that this whole regime is now facing an existential threat because Trump is upending the deep state's tentacles across the American system and its ability to bring about regime change in the rest of the world. So I think this is an existential threat now for Muhammad Yunus. And he and Alexander Soros
I think pretty much my own view is that
and find ways to wriggle out of the jam that they are getting.
My take is that Rahul Gandhi never thought that Trump would come to power and pull her out. He had hitched his tent very, very strongly with Kamala Harris. He even sent her a note of consolation after she lost. And you know what Yunus did? Yunus said that this was not a spontaneous people's revolt. When he went to America, he's such a fool.
Yes.
He's such a fool. He's so stupid. He's so weak. He's so spineless. He's just a political nobody.
He went to the Clinton.
He went to Clinton and he said this was not a people's revolution or revolt. It was very well designed, very well planned.
It was very well planned.
And he started shaking Clinton saying, thank you, we planted it together, we planned it together. This is exactly, in my view, what Rahul Gandhi wanted to do. Only thing, Rahul Gandhi always gets his timing wrong. Similarly, George Soros is against nationalism, and Rahul Gandhi has been saying everywhere. He said at the Ideas of India conference in London that, remember, India is not a nation. He said, Pularao, India is not a nation, which is music to Soros's ears. Now, why is Rahul Gandhi saying something as stupid as that? Is he getting paid for it? Is there a check being cut for the Congress party for it? Why else would someone say something so stupid? That India is not a nation.
I think you remember that Rahul Gandhi signed an MOU with the Chinese Communist Party on the 7th of August 2008.
Pulara, unmute. Pulla, unmute yourself.
Alex Soros is very well going to be a son-in-law of India in an indirect way. Whom I evidence mother or father is from India. So he'll have all the rights of an NRI. I think so. I mean, one of those marriage things. So I don't know. I think you're giving him too much importance. They had to pack their bags up there. They've come here. This misery loves company, as they say. You know, nothing great is going on in Bangladesh. Soros' plans all went into the gutter there. So I don't know why we feel that he can do anything in India. Or even a man like Rahul Gandhi must have seen through them. You know, may have not, I don't know about the money part, the cutting of checks and all that, but he might have seen through them that they're a bunch of, to use your own word,
you want to know
idiots.
about the money. You want to know about the money. Let me ask you this. No, 1 minute. Let me ask you about the money. 1 minute. The anti-Covaxin report, which was used by the Congress party to discredit Covaxin produced by Bharat Biotech, was on the basis of an OCCRP report, and OCCRP is funded by Soros. You want more proof?
No, you see, Soros is not a
You
new
want more
commodity.
proof of the commercial interest here?
No, Soros is not a new commodity.
No.
Soros,
Jairam Ramesh quotes the OCCRP report, right? On Adani. Who funds OCCRP? It's Soros. You want more proof?
No.
You're embarrassed?
You know, they've moved on. I'm sure they've moved on to other targets, and they must have forgotten all of this. Soros has been there for the last 40 years. He's not a new factor suddenly come out. He's there. He's trying to get notoriety and fame. He has partly succeeded. You know, but one thing is, you know, in your heart, you know he can do nothing in India, and I think we are giving him too much importance.
It's not about him doing anything. It's about the intention of the Gandhi Vadra family.
Every secretary in the USA, she is responsible for regime change. I think, you know, India is too solid, too big a country for us to even give such leverage to these people. I think
people like you till 10 days back used to say there is no connection. 1 minute. General Bakshi, the important thing is the connection is coming out. Soros is now operating out of Dhaka. The connection is coming out. Rahul Gandhi does not know where to look. It's in the open. General Bakshi, the connections are in the open. I think General Bakshi can buttress that point. And we need to watch out for what Rahul Gandhi tries to do next. Yes, General Bakshi.
Arnab, this stab in the back, this Macbethian plot was enacted before our eyes. 2 years back, you know, the President Chief of Army Staff of Pakistan had gone to Washington. And amongst the personages, who do you think he met? Victoria Nuland. What business did he have with Victoria Nuland? The Pakistan Army Chief Asif Munir, General Asif Munir. He was being co-opted to help the coup in Bangladesh. He had contacts, the ISI had contacts with the Jamaat-e-Islami. The Jamaat-e-Islami was used to infiltrate every single student union in Bangladesh. The funds were poured in by George Soros.
Correct.
Via courtesy the CIA, he was the conduit for the funds to these student unions in Bangladesh, which then carried out the Arab Spring.
Louder.
The Dhaka Spring in
Bangladesh.
Let's not fool ourselves. Arnab has been done before our very eyes.
You know,
we have seen a scale coup being engineered in our neighborhood. a democratically elected government overthrown, replaced by a usurper who has been funding the election campaigns of Hillary Clinton. $600,000 he took out from the Grameen Bank, which gives microfinancing loans to the farmers and fisher women. From there, he steals the money to pay for the election, to get into the favor of the democratic dispensation.
But a point here tonight in the Indian context. A point here tonight, Lokesh. See, I think Rahul Gandhi should publicly issue a statement dissociating from Soros because of the ISI angle here. If you even now think that an Indian political party can be connected directly or indirectly to someone who works with the ISI, is it okay? You see, Soros, Yunus, China, ISI, all linked. And Rahul Gandhi connected to three of these groups: China, Yunus and Soros. China connected to ISI, Yunus connected to ISI. Indirectly, there's only one line of separation between Rahul Gandhi and the ISI. But you're not concerned anymore because you don't believe India as a nation.
Arnab, your assumption is based upon conjectures.
Which conjecture?
And imagination.
Is Rahul Gandhi not close to Soros?
There is no sound, there isn't any sound factual backing that you can give.
Should I open the phone lines for you to know the way people think?
Because
should I open the phone line, Lokesh?
No, because in the meeting with Ilhan Omar, there were other people as well who were very much representing different lines of thought.
But why was Ilhan Omar there? You'll say that I met Osama and there was Ayman al-Zawahiri also there, so it's okay.
When Rahul Gandhi is out there meeting various dignitaries, the entire schedule as well as his meetings are something which is orchestrated, organized by the people, of the people from the Congress, from the Senate. So at that point of time, you do not have the visitor giving his freedom of telling that I won't have this person in our meeting and I want to be selective with respect to the audience with whom I want to meet.
Rahul Gandhi vets the names of all those who attend any meeting that he has. Rahul Gandhi's team ensures that every person who comes into his meetings, even a large audience, everybody's vetted. I know this from my own experience in Singapore. You know, he vets every single person who comes into his meeting. So let us not pretend that Ilhan Omar accidentally met Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi wanted to meet her. He wanted to meet the gang of woke congresswomen who are completely anti-India and are funded by Soros.
Why don't you dissociate Fuad from Congress till this China, Yunus, Soros angle is cleared up? Why don't you dissociate with the Congress till then, Fuad?
That this is all accidental.
Why don't you politically dissociate with the Congress till the China, Soros, Yunus angle is cleared up?
Gandhi was not accidentally using the talking points of George Soros and Alex Soros. He was doing
Arnab,
exactly everything. Whatever
he
on the right
fight amongst themselves
was immediately
and they create interests for themselves globally. It is very clear that this fight between George Soros and Adani is playing itself out here in India on your channel. Now, that fight is something that we welcome. If the capitalists keep fighting amongst themselves, whether it be by the states intervening, America or other countries intervening, or by large corporations intervening through their fronts, these fights will continue. And these fights are going to unravel the character of international